Good morning, my people, my people, my people. My name is Chief Strongblood, St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son, the diaspora machismo. My people, let us talk all things Ralph Gonsalves. And I'm going to try to explain to Vincentian and the world the quality of man we have elected in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to run the affairs of our country and our people and to manage our resources. My people, there is no country of this world, no matter how large they are, no matter how small they are, that had the unfortunate circumstances to have a pariah like Ralph Gonsalves be unleashed upon their country, their resources, and their people. Let me tell you who I know Ralph Gonsalves to be, and I know Ralph Gonsalves since I was a child. Ralph Gonsalves, when I was a child, used to frequent the Ulimo office that was close to my house. You open my window and you could look right into the Ulimo office. This was Thelma's and Fred John's residence in Kingston, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Bottom Town. Since I was a child, I have sat and I have heard Ralph Gonsalves' name involved in criminal activities. But as a child, you did not know that these things were unlawful or criminal. But you hear these stories. My people, since I was a child, I have heard from the victim's mouth and the victim's parents' mouth or mother's mouth that Ralph Gonsalves was having sex with a 12-year-old girl from Rose Place, from Bottom Town. The mother will question her daughter in my presence, not because of me, but because of the other adults that were present. And this girl will confess things about what Ralph Gonsalves did to her as a 12-year-old girl who attended the girls' high school in Kingston in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. My people, I have heard Ralph Gonsalves were involved in rape since I was a child. And when I hear these things, I was not sure what to make of them. I heard the story of how Ralph Gonsalves had to run away from Barbados when he was a lecturer at the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus in Barbados. He was accused of raping one of his colleagues, a lecturer at the university. And when Ralph Gonsalves returned to St. Vincent, Ralph Gonsalves spread a rumor that he but Brantley Adams, who was the then Prime Minister, and when Brantley Adams found out that Ralph Gonsalves was having sex with his girlfriend, who was a lecturer at the same university at Cave Hill campus in Barbados, he put out the police to have him arrested. What Ralph Gonsalves tell the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines was a relationship, was an allegation of rape because the woman did not consent to the relationship that he claimed he was having with her. She did not consent to sexual intercourse with him. And she did not consent to have her name dragged about the place as being in a relationship with him. My people, sometime later, when Michelle Andrews, the female police officer who was a member of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, accused Ralph Gonsalves of rape, one of the first things he did was he started a rumor that he had a relationship with Michelle Andrews, and now she is crying wolf for some reason whatsoever. My people, as a police officer serving in the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, one of my colleagues trusted me with his niece. He told me when he is not around must let his niece come into the office where I work, and I must supervise her when I'm not busy in doing her schoolwork. One day, his niece came to the station all out of breath and told me a story where Ralph Gonsalves attempted to rape her in his office. My people, if this matter was taken to court, I would have been allowed to give hearsay evidence, because in cases of rape, the first people you speak to immediately after an incident of rape or sexual assault had taken place, their hearsay evidence is admissible in a court of law. My people, this is the man who have been mismanaging the resources of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for the past 21 years. We have heard Ralph Gonsalves involved in many instances of murder. It is alleged that Ralph Gonsalves was responsible for murdering Glenn Jackson to ensure that Glenn Jackson does not come out and release or make public private and confidential information that the public should never be privileged to. Remember, the Friday before Glenn Jackson died, he promised to bust a bomb to make public certain information that would have had St. Vincent and the Grenadines reeling. Glenn Jackson did not live to see the Monday morning that he was supposed to start his campaign of truth. But the Sunday night he died. The Sunday night he died. And not only did he die, his body, after it was shot, was as clean as a whistle, as if it was tended to by a mortician of some sort. My people, we all have heard the story of Ralph Gonsalves stealing the monies of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have heard the stories of the mismanagement of funds. We have heard the stories of he using public monies to pay people to speak good about him on radio and television. My people, Ralph Gonsalves is the consummate criminal. He steals, he rapes, he murders, and he's a pedophile. Let me tell you something about criminality and criminals. You rarely find a criminal who is a thief and who murders. At times, situation becomes sticky, and a thief might be forced or pressured to murder someone for some reason or the other. But normally, a thief does not have it within him or her to kill another person. They will run away from an incident rather than to kill another person. Ralph Gonsalves not only thieves, but he kills people. And he conspires with others to perform these two activities. He conspires with people to get people murdered. And remember, conspiracy is a crime that is viewed as if you have committed the criminal act yourself. And he commits conspiracy to have funds steal and put into his accounts. My people, it is rarely that you find a pedophile indulged in stealing or murdering. They will threaten to kill people to keep their secret. But there is no evidence that a pedophile would kill someone if they release their secret. The threats of murder, of danger to life, is only used to give the person an incentive to keep their secret. Let me tell you something about a rapist. A rapist and a pedophile is far and different in their characteristics and their behaviors. A rapist is one who looks for sexual pleasure in the way an adult finds sexual pleasure. For most rapists, a child cannot turn them on because a child does not have what they are looking for. My people, a pedophile is concerned with the destruction and the sexual gratification of a person who is too young to grant permission to have sex. A pedophile is not turned on by an adult female body because that is just not the things that drives him sexually. So when you see Ralph Gonsalves here, he is a consummate criminal because he's a thief and he gets involved in criminal activities that a thief will normally get involved in. A thief is not normally a rapist, a pedophile, or a murderer. Ralph Gonsalves is a murderer and he gets involved in activities that a murderer will not normally get involved in. A murderer frown on one who is a thief. They are disgusted by rapists and they are disgusted by pedophiles. A pedophile, on the other hand, he don't have no crowds with rapists, but thieves and murderers he can't stand. My people, you don't ever find a person with all of these criminal attributes associated with them. That is why I say Ralph Gonsalves is the consummate criminal. My people, St. Vincent and the Grenadines would have been forgiven because they did not know that this man has wrapped up in him this psychopathic criminal personality that can be considered a consummate criminal when they elected him in 2001. What is unfortunate is that there are so many people whose daughters was raped or had made allegation of rape against Ralph Gonsalves. So many people who have their significant other, their spouses, their girlfriend, and their fiancés who had made allegation of rape against Ralph Gonsalves. And yet, Ralph Gonsalves still walk about alive. My people, in Bible time, it says that if a man rapes, he must be put to death. If a man have an adulterous relationship, he must be put to death. In the Arab world, if a man thieves, his hands will be chopped off. And when he has run out of hands, they will go to his feet. My people, I don't know what has become of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where a man will rape your daughter, where a man will rape your mother, where a man will rape your wife, your girlfriend, your fiancé, and you will accept from that man who have violated the person that you love tremendously, you'll accept at that man's hands a job. You'll accept at that man's hands a promotion. And you will let everything slide under the rug and behave as if nothing have happened. My people, what kind of people are we that we will allow our children to be raped by a rapist and refuse to make a report to the police, and allow our children to suffer all of the indignities and the psychological trauma and the emotional trauma of being raped? while that man goes on to make other victims. What kind of people have we become? If you are unaware of these situations, it makes a difference. But when our children have brought these situations to our attention, when our wives have brought these situations to our attention, when our girlfriend have brought these situations to our attention, when our fiancés have brought these situations to our attention, when our sisters has brought these situations to our attention, we sit back as if all is well and we do nothing. And in some cases, we becomes the rapist supporter, like if we are suffering from Stockholm syndrome ourselves and we were not the victim of the rape. My people, we are living in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's a very strange time. There are supporters of Ralph Gonsalves who tell you, you wasn't there when it happened, you can't talk about it. Did you see him rape Michelle Andrews? You can't talk about it. But yet, they will treat other people who had similar allegation levied upon them as if they were there when those people who were accused of rape in the same manner, Ralph Gonsalves was accused of rape. And we treat them like the criminals as if we were there. We speak about them as if we were present when they commit their offense, not knowing or not understanding or refusing to accept that the same allegation Michelle Andrews would have made against Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves is the same allegation that the victims of rape would have made against their perpetrators. Nothing different. No one was there. My people, in our country, there are instances of rape and pedophilia that are happening in homes. And these instances of rapes and pedophilia and incest occurs when everyone is in the house. And yet, these instances of rape, pedophilia, and incest occurs outside the knowledge and the awareness of the other members of the family who sleeps and resides and were in the house when these instances of rape and pedophilia took place. A rapist, a pedophile, one who commits incest, one who murders, one who steals, always look for the opportunity where they would least be discovered. And they commit their crimes behind secrecy where no one can see them so that they can get away scot-free. My people, my stance is, since you are supporting Ralph Gonsalves because people like me who speaks about his sexual indiscrepancies, his sexual crime, should not speak about them because we weren't there. And since he should not be prosecuted because no one saw him, except for the people who made the allegations, every rapist, every murderer, every person who was convicted of theft should be let out of our prisons and be allowed to go about their business. Because justice says equal treatment must be meted across the board for people who was accused of the same actions. Remember, the judges were not there. The jurors were not there. The lawyers who are participating in the officiating in the cases were not there. Everything is just an allegation. The newspaper reporter who is reporting it were not there. He is just reporting an allegation. The radio announcers speak about these things, and it seems like it is unlawful for radio announcers to speak about these things, or you'll be threatened with a lawsuit. My people, St. Vincent and the Grenadines is going through a tumultuous period. our independence is just a month plus off. People will celebrate independence and show national pride like if they have something to be proud of. My people, my name is Chief Strongblood. I just thought I will get this off of my mind, get this off of my conscience. My name is Chief Strongblood, St. Vincent the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. The diaspora matches me. See why I am the most hated and the most favorite? Because there are people who like to voice these things publicly and they cannot voice it because of fear. They likes me. I'm their favorite. And the person who I will speak about in this manner, they and their supporters will hate me because I am speaking things that makes their friends, their colleagues, their leader look bad. Talk to you on this forum sometime in the upcoming week. I'm out.